Yellow Hat Guy here, back with another video, and we are going to talk Happy Gilmore 2. Remove this toothpick from my mouth. Was it a great movie? You know, it was good. It was good. Long and short, hey, review is over. That's it. No, there's more to talk about though. So if you haven't seen the first Happy Gilmore, some of you probably that watch me aren't old enough to have seen it, but it centers around Adam Sandler's character who, loved hockey, and he's not a hockey player at all, but he has this, ambition to find a way to use this talent, this rage that he has, and turn it into something special. And he has help along the way with some friends to, rival actual golfers. Not necessarily real golfers, but characters like Shooter McGavin, who pride themselves as being really good golfers, and somebody named Happy, shows up and usurps him, and it drove him to the nut house. And, with all the success and fame of that character and just the movie itself, why make a sequel? And why now? That's the question that everybody had when seeing this, because a lot of times you have these movies, and when the actor is hot, it makes sense to go ahead and keep rolling out the sequels. Ace Ventura, we got Ace Ventura 2, and they could have kept going. But how could they come out with that now? Would Jim Carrey still be as funny? No doubt. But would the story really work? Some things are trapped in the time where, the comedy would flow, would shine. You know what I mean? Some of the jokes may not hit like they should, and this movie showcases that. So what it does right is, the story I thought was good. Without spoiling too much of it, Happy's family dynamic has changed, and he's pretty much trying to take care of his kids. He's in debt. He pretty much is not happy, pun intended. And he doesn't really even play golf anymore. And you've got this conglomerate, or this startup, I should say, not even a conglomerate. They're a startup trying to, make a mockery of golf by turning it into some kind of reality. Maybe not reality is not the word, but they're trying to turn it into, likes and clicks, and just pretty much like a. I'm trying to pick words that don't sound condescending, but they're turning it into like American Ninja Warrior or something like that, instead of it just being like what it is. And although Happy wants no part in it, and the guy would love Happy to be a representative for him, he's just like, look, man, I just want to take care of my family. I've got no interest in any of this. I'm not even interested in golf. But he gets the courage one day to start playing again, and with other personal problems that he's dealing with, he pretty much needs golf as much as the sport needs him. Okay. Interesting story, maybe not. You'll have to watch it yourself to see why I thought it was interesting. But at the end of it all, I would say that the story was the strong suit of it. Where this movie lacks is, although funny, some of the jokes were very dated. They did a lot of cutaways and flashbacks to previous characters who, they're not with us anymore. R.I.P. Bob Barker, Carl Weathers, and anybody I might have missed that was notable. And they try to do what they can with it. I did love that Shooter McGavin returned, spoilers, but there were a bunch of cameos from other new characters that they were just a flash in the pan, and it was like, could have done without all that. And it almost took away from the movie for me, because at a certain point I'm just looking at the TV like, oh, there's this person, there's Post Malone, there's Travis Kelce. So they didn't look like individual characters to me. They were who they are in real life. There's another big cameo in there, and, he's quickly eaten by alligators. All that said, it came out July 25th, so I am late. You had Superman, you had Fantastic Four, you had Jurassic World, or whatever it is. I'm not interested in that movie, but seeing all those movies, it took me a while to get to Happy Gilmore 2. So, all in all, I'm going to have to say that I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it 3 Earthworm Gems out of 5. It could have been higher. it did have the heart that Adam Sandler loves to put in his movies, but it didn't feel like there was enough there to rate it any higher than that. And when I say 3 out of 5 Earthworm Jim's, it's not the low end of the 3 too. It's like 3.5 if you're wanting to be technical with it. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. You guys should go see it. It's on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's going to go anywhere else. I believe Sandler signed some kind of massive deal to have maybe a stand-up and several other movies all on Netflix. So that's the only way you can see it right now. So that said, like, comment, subscribe, share. I hope to see you guys again soon. But remember, if I don't, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out.